Hey guys, it's Carl Brown here, and today we're going to learn how to play All My Lovin' by the Beatles. So this one's a classic, and it's also a great rhythm guitar workout. It's got some cool chord forms to learn, a lot of bar chords, and some pretty active picking stuff. Now, I'm really focusing on John Lennon's part, which is what you hear, like 95% of what you hear in the mix is John Lennon's part, which is with the active strumming. Now, George Harrison, he just does basic, kind of just kind of follows along of the chords, while John Lennon's doing the higher octave versions of the chords and with the active picking. So we're going to focus on John Lennon's part because they're playing the same chords, just that John Lennon's is a lot more apparent. And then we'll take a look at George Harrison's solo though as well. So let's start here with that verse that I just played. We're going to start with it's an F sharp minor chord. Now the picking that goes on is a little bit two different ways. He'll pick straight through it without any stopping, but usually when there's a chord shift, he'll stop and just do something like this. So either sounds great. So let me just show you the pattern real quick. Let's hold this F sharp minor chord, so you don't have to do full bars. We're going to bar from the first 3 strings across the 2nd fret. And then lay your index finger, the ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string. So we have down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now some of those are accented. So it's a triplet feel. So you want to focus on accenting every 3rd strum. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So accent the ones there. Now you can stop on that last one, which is an upstroke, and switch to the next chord. In this case, it's a B major, so you still have this 2nd fret on the high E string, but now you're going to play the 4th fret across the D, G, and the B string, and then do the same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now, like I said, sometimes he'll pick straight through it like this, kind of a. He's just picking it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But to kind of help facilitate the chord changes, you can do it like he does a lot of times as well, which you have that little, you stop on that last one and then get your next chord. All right, and then we're going to move up here. This is an E major chord. We're going to bar the 4th fret across the top 3 strings, and then you're going to grab the 5th fret on there on the B, and the 6th fret on the D string. Same rhythm there. And then you're just going to put your pinky down at the 6th fret on the G string, and then you have a C sharp minor chord. All right, now we're going to move up 1 fret, so keep the bar. You're going to lay the 6th fret there on the G, and then lay down on the 7th fret there on the D. That's an A major chord. So far we have this. All right, now move back down to the 2nd fret with play the same chord as the 1st chord, that F sharp minor. And then you're just gonna. Now what this does is this: you have the F sharp minor. If you put your middle finger there at the 3rd fret on the B string, it turns into a D major chord, and then when you add the pinky there at the 4th fret on the B, turns into a B7 chord. So we have this. So far, slowly. Then start over. time now, when you get to the A major, move it up 2 frets, the B major, and then we're going to end it with that E major chord that we played. And then they just start over, do this exact same chords. All right, now we have the chorus, which is a lot easier rhythm. It sounds like this. All right, and then it goes into the George Harrison solo there. So let's learn this. It starts with this. We're playing this chord already, so 6th fret on the D and the G, 5th fret on the B, and the 4th fret on the high E string, so we have this. Then you're basically going to take the note on the G string and lower it 1 fret. So we're going to have 6th on the D, so you're going to have to replace that with your pinky here. 5th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B, and 4th fret on the high E string. And then back to this chord, this E major chord we played earlier. So we have this. So I'm just hitting all downstrokes and just killing it between each one. So lift up pressure in the fingers. Don't lift off the string, just lift off pressure. All right, from there we have George Harrison solo, which sounds like this. All right, so it kind of moves around a lot there. So we're going to start here with second fret on the A string to the low E, 2, 4, into this full bar chord here at the 5th fret. You're going to put your 7th fret here on the A and 6th fret on the G. That's an A dominant 7 chord, so we have this. So he kind of strums all the strings, and then he just strums to the 2nd fret. Actually, you want to maybe do an upstroke starting from the 2nd fret. This is a technique that's used a lot in this solo. And then we have this, because he really wants those melody notes to stick out. So we have then 9 on the G and the high E together. I pick the top string with your middle finger, bottom string with the pick. Then 8 on the G, 7 on the high E. Then that same thing 2 frets lower. Then we're going to go to this chord. So once again, you want to separate these. So you want to have the top, this is like a D major chord just at this 4th fret. It's that E major now. And you're going to add these right here, this pinky here on the D string. So strum the top 3 strings, then the bottom 3 strings, then back to the top 3. So you have this. And then we have this. And that's 7 on the G, 9 on the G, 7 on the high E. Then to 8 on the G, 5 on the high E. Then 6 on the G, 4 on the high E. Then we're down to that F sharp minor we started before. And once again, you can hit the top 3 strings. Then the bottom 3 strings, which is the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. And then back to the top 3. He wants to really kind of create a melody. So whatever string you hear as a top note is the one that it sounds like the melody note. And then we're going to do the same thing with this chord. So that's a bar at the 9th fret across 3 strings, the top 3 strings. then add the 10th fret on the B, and the 11th fret on the D. So we're going to, once again, pick the top 3, and then the bottom 3, and then the top 3. And then we have the E major open chord. And we have this quick little lick. That's hammering on 0, 1 on the G string, and then the open B. Do that a couple times, and then you have the open E there. Now at the end of the song, we have some interesting little kind of jazzy sounding voicings. It's really just the basic major and minor up high again. You kind of throw it on the neck pickup, and we just have this. All right, so that's just a C sharp minor chord up here. It's barring across the 9th fret on the G, first 3 across from the high E to the G, and then the 11th fret on the D. And then move up to an E major. We're barring at the 12th fret here, across the high E and the B. Then you're playing the 13 on the G, 14 on the D. Back to that C sharp minor. And then instead of going back to this E, just go to the E open chord. And you're done. So it's a great song, of course, and you know, the Beatles are always fun to play. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.